What's up everybody, I am Jaspreet Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. I want to start today's video by reading some headlines, and as I'm saying them, I want you to ask yourself what you think they mean. So, Ford is laying off 7,000 salaried white-collar workers, and it's expected that Ford will need to lay off 23,000 more salaried workers by 2022 to fulfill its goals. 2,700 media workers are being laid off from BuzzFeed, Vice, Verizon, and Union Pacific is laying off 200 workers, and automation could replace 40% of jobs in the next 15 years. In 1 year, we have all this scary news about layoffs happening at these big companies, and all these headlines were from 2019, by the way. And in the other year, we have headlines like this. US unemployment is falling near or at record lows for almost all groups of Americans, and that the economy is booming and the labor market is strong. Talk about conflicting stories. So how does this make any sense, and what does this all mean? Well, there are two things you need to be aware of, and before I get into what these two things are, make sure you hit that thumbs up button below and subscribe to our channel. This way you don't miss our new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. When I was in school, I loved when teachers did demonstrations in class because it always helped me understand the material better. So let me try to do one today. Here in my hand, I have the Harry Potter Golden Snitch. And this is pretty cool because if you look at it and concentrate, it even turns on. But if I take this snitch and I throw it in the air, what happens? It goes up, then it comes back down, up, down. Even if I throw it really high, it stays in the air longer, but eventually it comes back down to my hand. Most of the time, people use this lesson of what goes up must come down to teach you about gravity, but that's wrong. I mean, everybody knows that when the apple hit Isaac Newton's head, the first thought that he had was, wow, I need to invest in an apple harvesting business. Gravity. Economic cycles happen. It's a part of the economy. There are times when the economy is growing and going up, and then there's times when the economy is not so good and it's slowing and it's coming down. When the economy is strong, that's when unemployment is low. And when the economy is not so strong, that's when unemployment is high. Nothing can go up forever. I mean, it's a cycle. And for the last decade or so, the economy has gone up. And so when the economy comes down, that's when unemployment will go up, because unemployment and the economy are generally inversely correlated. Right now, unemployment is near record lows. Like the last time we had unemployment this low was back in 1969. That means we have a lot of jobs. Although many of these jobs might not be what people are looking for, and they might not pay the wages that people want, but there are a lot of jobs and a lot of people are working, which means that unemployment can't go that much lower. If I throw something in the air, it will go up and then it will come down. And if I throw it higher, it'll stay in the air longer, but eventually it will hit a peak and then it will come down. The thing with the economy is nobody knows when it will come down. I mean, it could be months or it could be many years before it happens, and no one knows exactly what will trigger it. It could be the student loan crisis because we have a record amount of student loans out there that I'm sure you're aware of. It could be the consumer debt problem because we have also broken a record for the total amount of consumer debt. It could be the push for automation because that will completely change the job market. It could be the high inflation mixed with low wages, making it so hard for people to survive and afford life. I mean, there are a bunch of potential triggers, and I've actually already made a video where I cover the things that I think will trigger the next economic crash, and I'll even link it in the description below. That way you can watch it after this video. So you have to be aware of how the economy works on a broad level to really understand what's happening. And before I get into the second thing you have to know, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think will cause the next economic crash? Let me know in the comments below, and let's get a discussion going because I think this will be really interesting. The second thing you need to be aware of is what I call the digital revolution. What these layoffs and the other layoffs and bankruptcies that we've seen over the last couple of years tell us is that we are entering a time where we don't need human labor anymore. Now, don't hate the messenger, but the reality is manufacturing jobs, retail jobs, driving jobs, delivering jobs, and cashier jobs are gonna be the first line of jobs that are eliminated. I mean, brick and mortar stores have been feeling the pinch for years. I know you've seen it on the news. Like, okay, look at this robot created by Ford and Agility Robotics. This robot is designed to sit in the trunk of a self-driving autonomous car that will drive itself without a human to your driveway, park, and then the trunk will open up and this robot will jump out and pick up a package or a pizza or whatever and carry it through your driveway to your doorstep and deliver it to your doorstep or into your hands. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. I can only imagine how excited dogs are gonna be to come up and bite this robotic delivery person, only to realize the leg tastes like metal and that it comes with an electric shock too. But this also means that pizza companies like Domino's and shipping companies like UPS and food delivery companies like Grubhub and ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft can have completely automated work processes of getting things from one place to another. The technology is pretty much there. But what's even crazier than the things that robots can do is the fact that the majority of people are completely blind to what's happening. Like, either we think that it's not gonna happen or that it won't affect my job. McKinsey did a study in 2017 and they estimated that 73 million jobs are expected to be wiped out because of automation by just 2030. This is a real thing that's happening and society is not keeping up with times. Does this mean that we're not gonna have any jobs anymore? No, and don't believe people that go around screaming that either. I mean, people said the exact same thing when the internet happened. But this will change what kind of jobs are out there, and in order for us humans to be able to fill these jobs, we have to adapt to what's happening. And the interesting thing is that this change, this digital revolution is happening so fast because in the past, changes were much slower. We didn't have the technology we had now to adapt and grow as fast as we are now. So what should you be doing? Well, if you work a job, ask yourself, do you work a job that your boss can create a robot to do? If the answer is yes or maybe, then you need to seriously start thinking about learning a new skill or trade, and there are so many resources out there to help you with that. You can learn a new skill like coding or learn a trade like plumbing or electrical work. These things are gonna be a lot harder to automate. If you are an investor, stop investing your money in dead-end companies. I mean, we're going through a retail apocalypse. Look at what young people are doing because young people are the future. What do young people like and invest for the future? If you're an entrepreneur, if you want to create more income, learn to use the internet to your advantage. It kills me to see entrepreneurs working on awesome products and businesses, but they have no clue on how to get this product to the world, even though we have access to the internet. With every change comes opportunity for the minority of people who think different. But you have to be the one to think different and then actually do something about it. And I'll link a couple videos in the description below that'll help you capitalize on this change. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video, hit that thumbs up button and share it with one friend so we can help spread the word. Don't miss our new videos on entrepreneurship, business, and money every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell below. That way you actually find out when our new videos are released. And as always, keep hustling.